I guess from a city council's point of view, in like an urban regeneration situation, dealing with a lot of existing residents and new residents, and a lot of time they come from very different cultural backgrounds, and so you have that diversity issue, and trying to understand how they sort of congeal together. And I suppose from a planning perspective of theoretically you can say, oh, this is how it should work, but in practice resources are limited, and you don't want to start focusing too much on one particular community group because it can sort of knock-on effects, and as the discussion said today about how it can create precedents of sort of saying, oh, you must also give us so much as well. So from a council perspective, it's quite challenging because there's politics behind it, but also just purely a resources perspective, and we don't have necessarily as control of who's coming into the area, so we're always playing that game of, it's not a game, but the interaction between, I guess, community groups, and from land use, it's you're just trying to ensure that there's always the social programs that are available, and the actual physical infrastructure like open space, and just make sure as much potential organic interaction is possible. So in Green Square, before I started at council, there's quite a large Chinese and Asian population moving into the sort of Zetland area, and there's a lot of older, I guess, parents that are coming over 6 months at a time, and then the other parents will come over for the other 6 months to watch kids. And we started, they were kind of a population that wasn't necessarily caught by sort of surveys and things, but we finally sort of anecdotally heard about them. And so one of the programs they kind of came up with was kind of setting up space for some mahjong and tai chi, and so you had these I guess grandparents that were doing it, and then slowly the other community groups kind of heard, or the other community members heard about it and started joining in as well, and so it became sort of it was very much an organic interaction between new residents that technically weren't residents, and then all the existing residents as well. And so yeah, it was a social program that was kind of created from evidence that we'd heard just through the grapevine, basically.